contribution to our nation, a contribution to the game of Australia's football. If you would all be upstanding and join together for a moment of silence to remember a friend who we lost this week, a friend to so many, a friend to the game, a husband, a father, a mate, Danny Spud Frawley.
Back here at Ikon Park, the Eastern Rangers and the Gippsland Power are out, and once again the crowd observing the minute silence for Danny Frawley. Well done, Paul Hamilton. And now this game, Pete. We've got Oakley into the grand final. Who's gonna play them?
Geez, it's going to be a ripping contest. It's going to be ripping for a different reason. These sides have great depth across the park. I think Gippsland have the best bottom 6 players in their best sort of 22-23 of any of the top 4, where Eastern, they don't have a star standout player. Just everyone plays their role and contributes, and genuinely they believe they can win it. And it would be a terrific story, because I don't think I've ever heard of a team, no national combine invites, to win the premiership. So I think that would be an absolutely outstanding story. Both these teams are deserving. I think it's going to take a mighty battle to beat Oakley based on what we just witnessed. But, yeah, I think it's going to be pretty close. I tipped Gippsland for the grand final at the start of the year, so I'll stick with them. But Eastern have certainly changed my mind after their win over Sandringham. They were terrific.
Quick question for you, Pete. What have you seen that Eastern have done differently from last year, as they had a poor season last year, that's elevated them to a preliminary final this year?
Well, they're similar to what I think Geelong will be next season. They had to go down because they played a lot of bottom ages, and now the likes of Mellis, Stapleton, Ross, pretty even, like those kind of guys who played last season and pretty much had full years playing as bottom ages, now they've all developed, and pretty much you've had, say, 40 games together. You're developing as a team, where often you see Oakley Sandy have so many top ages that sometimes their bottom ages don't get as much of a look in, and then, you know, they're still going to always be strong, but with Eastern in this case, they've been able to develop them all in their bottom age year. They've come up and now they're used to each other and playing as a unit, and you see that out on the field. They're willing to block, they're handballing. No one has that, I guess, ego complex where someone tries to do everything themselves. They know they've got teammates, and it's just terrific to see great team football.
I meant to make note, Rick, in the first game, good alternate jumper selection with Sandringham wearing the white in the last game, and brilliant again here today with Eastern in their traditional Guernsey and Gippsland in a lovely red outfit.
Yeah, you can see them pretty clearly.
You're colourblind, of course.
No,
they're all great to you, aren't they?
I do like the light and dark contrast personally. But
prelim number 2, Eastern versus Gippsland. Take it away, Rick.
Up they go. Combin with the knockout. Be keeping an eye on him in this game. And quick pace already. Little dribble kick out and fierce tackling. We're on our way towards goal for Eastern, just around the 50, and are they going in hard? Excellent start to the game. Gippsland, Charlie Combin. Now, it's been a name that we've heard about a lot of, but this is probably the best chance we've seen to see how he stands up in the pressure final.
What's his backstory, Pete?
Well, I mean, he's probably the best. He's the best Victorian ruckman going into this, really only behind Luke Jackson from WA, and he's just a really good contested mark. He does the work. He'll often get the tap and then lay a tackle, so he does the good groundwork as well. So he's Yeah, there we go. He just
Brody
gets down.
Grundy?
Yeah, a little bit. Not quite as well-rounded as Grundy, but he's certainly he does stuff at ground level, and he presents really well up forward. So he rotates well with Josh Smith.
And that was good ruck play at that time. McCormack gets it further afield, and Easton attacking. Can't quite break away just yet. They get it to the 50. Here's an opportunity for Gippsland to clear. They do get it out wide. Bit of a race on our hands towards the centre wing, but out of bounds it goes.
The one problem with the red jumpers, though, I see, is it's hard when they're white numbers. Sometimes when they're further away.
Yeah. Thought Sandringham nailed it today with their colours,
Yep.
and it's a good uniform as well. Ball thrown in. Misses the all-comers. Common goes and gets it. They'll get out a wide ball this time from Pepper. Pepper gets it down towards half forward. They all fall over, and out of bounds it goes. In front of the Legends stand. Gippsland attacking. Got some good players in this Gippsland lineup.
And we've seen them from day one, Rick.
Caleb Sarong and Sam Flanders. I feel like we've been calling them for quite a few years now.
Yeah, they've been playing since under 16s here, so now they're at the draft year, top 10 picks.
Well, the day we saw them first play down at Frankston, I can't remember who Gippsland played that day, but they took our eye that day, Rick, didn't they?
Yeah, the both of those, and also the captain in Brock Smith, I think, played as an underager that day as well. So they're definitely strong body players, aren't they? And Caleb's got a good leap on him for a small player.
The interesting thing is I'm just looking to see whether Brock Smith is actually out there. He's missed a couple of weeks with illness. He was named in the team, but yeah.
Keep an eye out on that. Oh, that was a big collision. We're at half forward now. They'll swing around and have a shot, but a bit of a torpedo attempt there. And that was almost Backman-like by that forward.
Bit of friendly fire there. Kamikaze stuff.
Virtually punched it out of bounds.
Yeah, number 7 is Sam Berry, the one who had the snap running off now. He's got the Berry haircut. He's not related to the others, but if we all remember the Berry haircut, that's pretty much nailed it.
Ball thrown in Gippsland's forward 50. Easton. Ugly footy at the moment. Not much happening, and the umpire will come in and ball this up. Gippsland kicking to the left of your screen, down to the Lygon Street or eastern end. And the range is up to Royal Parade end.
Yep, Brock Smith's had a handball, so I'm assuming he's playing.
Out come the Rangers. They kick to centre wing.
On the wing.
Gippsland can intercept. Come over the top. Hard, tough footy. It's loose. Spits out. Chaos ball inside 50. Dispossessed. Another tackle. They get the ball. Now it's tumbling towards the boundary. And again over the boundary line and out of bounds. Pressurised start to this preliminary final. Just the one behind on the board. Nothing on the board yet, sorry, no score. Up they come. Again, the ball caught under the pack. The umpire will have to come in and ball this up. I'll have one more go, Rick, and you can have a go at clearing it. Riley Smith for Easton. There's a snap at goal. That's Baldy. And it is through for the first score of the match. He gets it behind. And we're off and racing.
So the first score on the board to Gippsland. And Easton will clear. And that was a dangerous ball, and it's an intercept. Oh, that ball was smothered, but he wins it back, Sparks. Gets nailed. Gets it out wide now. Downey for Easton goes forward. Nice delivery out in front. That's how you want them. Kick out further afield, and they're nailing their passes at the minute. And that was Downey with the long kick down towards the pocket. There's an interference somewhere there, and Gippsland should take this. That they do. They'll play on straight away. They've got a loose man over the top. Gets it down. Baldy down towards centre wing almost. Nice delivery. Out in front, and they're screaming out for it. Angwin has it. Oh, that was a photo finish. They're claiming out. One team saying it's in. And that was an awkward action there from Hawkins, and gets it down, but a great intercept there to Ross, the skipper for Eastern Rangers, who goes inboard to the centre square. Nice handwork over the top to Berry. Well, that went to Stapleton, who gets it inside 50. They're on the burst, but well done. Well read, Reed. Strong defender, gets it down wide. He's got a man on the loose. He's got to kick quickly up towards full forward. But it intercepted that time by the Rangers.
Joel Nathan.
Nathan, that is.
It's worth noting that Sam Flanders has started in the midfield for Gippsland, so usually he swings between the forward line and the midfield.
Eastern run it off half back. They've got Clark. They go across the ground, and nice strong mark taken there by Connor Downey.
Kicked the winning goal, didn't he?
He did.
Down at Werribee.
Downey, a little bit unsure. Kicks it. Oh, up we get before acceptances. The ride was good. The execution not so great. As it's a dodgy little kick. Could land him in a bit of Barney rubble there. He's caught up, and
Good decision.
they're very forgiving umpires.
Yeah, he didn't have any opportunity, really. It's just a bad kick.
He would have if he had been kicked to him straight.
You can't penalise
That's your
that.
opportunity. I believe in that. Team opportunity. Kick it right, you can mark it. All right, enough debate on the rules of the game. We're inside 50. Free kick.
Downey's a Next Generation Academy member for Hawthorn, so he's one for Hawthorn fans to keep an eye on next year.
Is that another one Essendon will pinch? They go inside. Lovely kick, lovely mark. That was Zachary Pretty, and that was Zachary on the spot. And the mark has been taken by Jamison Rossiter.
He had a good game in the qualifying final. Effectively won him a game up forward, kicked 4 goals, and it's the best game I've seen him play live. So he'll be hoping to build on that form and continue it today.
Rossiter will kick from 33 metres out. He's on a 20-degree angle, near enough to directly in front, to be honest. With no breeze, kicking to the Royal Parade end. The left footer lays back on it, and it's straight through the middle. Rossiter's got the first for the Rangers. 1 goal straight 6. And the Power are just the one behind. And we are 9 minutes into this first quarter.
Good start to Eastern. They're controlling the footy a bit at the minute. Gippsland have just got to take the game on a bit and get some open space.
It's a confident set shot from Jamison Rossiter, and as Pete mentioned, he had a great game last week, so it'll be interesting to see if he's a confidence player and he continues that great form into this game.
Couple of new ruckmen in there. Hawkins up against Hurahan. They bring it to ground. Is there a deal between clubs when the main ruckman goes out that the second ruckman both come in?
Is it a handshake agreement?
I don't know, but it always happens. Why can't he take on the number 1 ruckman, the second ruckman?
I'd say they just come off with each other.
Yeah, they do that, don't they?
But if you kept your good one on, he should towel him up.
That's exactly right. Either way, they can't break away here, Gippsland. Heavy tackling, and he's been pinged. He said, I gave you enough chance. So we're in the middle of the ground. And a long kick by Zalak out in front. Didn't help his forward. They get it out wide now, Gippsland. Now they've got to make something of it. Inboarder comes to Flanders. He has support, but they're still under the pump here. Great defensive work by Eastern. Allowed the turnover. Now it's on. They get it through the middle and kick towards centre half forward. But there's all Gippsland here, and it should be taken away that time through McAuliffe. Flanders has gone wide. He's got some run out wide, and they'll bring it back inboard. They've got loose men everywhere. They can nail it here over the top. Sarong over the back, and we've got a man in the pocket, and that is Sarong. And Sarong wouldn't put it past him here.
He can do anything.
He might be small in stature, but he's got a long kick on him.
And he's talented footballer is Caleb Sarong. He's kicking from the legend stand. On the angle, looked a bit right, and it ended up right. Through for a behind, so 1 goal straight, 6 Eastern to 2 behinds.
Did he kick that a little bit hard?
Yeah, he went hard and a little bit off the right side of the foot. So they should be able to clear here into space. Zalak takes it at halfback for Eastern.
Mihail Zalak.
And you can hear the calls of Zal. Now they'll clear it here, Gippsland. They've got space, but they need to move it quickly. Oh, 1 on 2 here, and good spoil over the back by Ross. Allowed his teammate in, and they get it to the boundary. Couldn't quite nail that kick. And out of bounds it is. McCormack, the ruckman there.
What's clear from ground level is that James Ross is reading the ball really well in flight, is dominating in the air so far.
Sort of hovering across that half-back area.
He's a general back there.
They get it to the front of the pack. Flanders trying to barge his way through. Good tackling. Both teams tackling pretty well at present.
Which is what I sort of suggested with this game. They're very much team-orientated sides, so expect a lot of that.
Little kick out of trouble. Gets it towards centre wing, you'd call that. And a chip out wide's beautiful delivery.
Keep an eye on that kid, Tyler
platter.
Sonzi. Remember the name for 2 years.
Tyler Sonzi, I like it.
Yeah, he's one for 2 years.
Now it's taken by Malice, goes wide to the gym and ends up in the gym almost.
Would he be in the Young Guns game? No?
No, he's a 16, so he's 2 years away. He's in that, he's like a Sarong, Raul Anderson category for those in a couple of years. So he's in that very top end talent. He won the Metro MVP at the 16s.
Ball thrown in. Kick forward by Stapleton. And gee, I tell you what.
Way to go of it.
It's, you wouldn't have, it wasn't good off the boot, but it made its way very close. Just missed. Another behind. Gippsland, bring it in. Oh, they've got some territory here. A couple of fast leads. Need to be the accurate kick, and accurate it is. Beautiful work. Gippsland on the half-back flank. They go inboard. They've got McGarity. He goes out to centre wing. Just been held up a little here by Easton. This is Baldy. Kicks to half forward. The big men fly. Man in front. Can't take it. Easton butter up close to the line, and it's over the boundary line. Over the boundary line. Out of bounds. That beautiful Melbourne skyline in the that is picture postcard.
I'll tell you what, if it's possible, the weather's got even better down here.
Can we bring you anything, Siobhan? Would you like a cocktail or
Banana lounge would be nice.
ball thrown in? Bit of interference there in the ruck. And taking that will be Josh Smith. Smith getting plenty of direction from teammates. Props it up inside the 50, but good defensive mark, intercept mark to Garner. They kick to half-back. Interference. Whistle being blown a bit more in this game. Do you not feel?
Yep.
The more tackling there is, generally there'll be more whistles, though, I guess, one way or another.
Yeah. Now they're told to play on. They kick to centre wing. Oh, misses a mark that should have been taken. Gippsland need to make them pay. They kick out wide. Josh Smith. Continues down the line. They need a grab in the pocket, and they've got it. Nice work. Baldy goes forward and defensive punch. And God bless him, Danny Frawley would have loved that one, Rick. The defender coming through and punching it straight to the boundary line.
No attempt to mark it.
No.
Long live the Golden Fist.
It's the Golden Fist.
So they'll have a throw in here. Gippsland attacking. Ball in at the front. They can't quite get it out. Well, fumble there by Sarong. Well, that was Berry. And we've got a holding the ball. Easton should be able to clear it out straight away that time through Hurahan. They'll get it wide. Looks like a little bit of link up there that's gone ignored. But he decides to go to the lead, and well done. Great take out in front. Excellent work by Rossiter. Goes out further afield, but they've blown the whistle. There's a bit of
Gee, this is off the
holding off the ball there. Now, we always miss these ones because we're watching the play.
Yeah,
this is just nowhere near the footy.
In a different postcode, Rick.
So Gippsland have it, and they'll move it forward quickly. Sarong's the man at half-back. He'll chip it back inboard. And a series of passes sees it land at centre wing. Now it's with Angwin. He'll kick long to centre half forward. Up they go. Big fly. Over the back. Just didn't get the run of it. But he'll spin around nicely there, McGarity. And great intercept that time, Norris. Just read it better than most. Put his mid out and took the intercept mark.
Nice little drilling pass too, which has found Todd Garner. He's on the numbers on half-back flank.
Brother of Port Adelaide's Joel.
Joel played a few years at Eastern.
Touched off the boot.
Captained Eastern. In that game that we were talking about too earlier, the Dandenong game.
That's a big torpedo punt there by Sam Flanders. Marked in the last line of defence and plays on as well. Kicks to half-back. Who can mark it? One bite of the cherry. Can't get it the second time round. Tough, hard, rugged. He's caught with one arm. He can't release it. Vice-like by Harrison Keeling.
Sarong, he sort of often gets called an angry ant because he's a fierce competitor, hates losing.
He is an angry ant.
Yeah, hates losing. So you don't want to get him revved up. He will give away the odd free kick. But yeah, he's one of those teammates love playing with him, but you wouldn't want to play against him and get him angry because he's ready.
Ball thrown up. Stapleton trying to get rid of it. Again, Keeling wrapped up in a vice-like tackle. Throws it back to the umpire. This is right in front of us here. Ikon Park, NAB League footy preliminary finals. Oakley already through to the grand final as the ball gets kicked up into space. Easton need to get the handball away. Good shimmy backwards. Just a chaos ball inside 50. Rangers first there. They go backwards to go forward. Zalek. Oh, smother. Wins it back again. That'll bring down Rains. Zalek. That's everywhere. Who can mark it? Good defensive punch. Gippsland. He volleys it out like Lionel Messi, Rick, as he kicks into the centre square. There's a little scrubbing kick. Malice. Can't go forward. Tackled. Gee, this is tough finals footy. Too high, says the umpire. And the free kick will go to Mason McGarity at centre half-back.
McGarity goes to the wing. Angwin's the target. Brings it to ground and went with the ball. Gets it out quickly to Phillips, who goes to the square. He's got a man on the run. Can't quite get the break on his opponent there. Proud gets it back to the forward pocket, but they've got the clearance here, Easton, and they'll get it out there on the burst and kick it out towards centre wing.
Chase Black.
Centre half back.
And that's a Fremantle father-son potential.
Back inboard. Did well there, Gippsland. They held up a certain play there. And now they've got it again. Thumping it back towards the forward pocket. A few went up early. Who's he pinging? He's pinging Gippsland. So Easton again to drive it out of defence. And the kick's out in front. Well done. And finds his man. Is that the man you're talking about?
Sonsi. Yeah, he's one to watch for a couple of years.
Now they'll get it out. The handball to Pretty. Oh, big crunch. Keeling over the top it goes. We've got a battle on our hands. A show of strength. Paddling a little leg there. Play on's a call. This will be a goal. And well done. Was that Jaworski? I'll just get that player.
James Ross.
I think it was Jaworski, the goal kicker. Jordan Jaworski.
Number 27, Jordan Jaworski.
He loves a goal close to goal. Runs hard to
Now
get
his
fronts.
uncle played for Hawthorn, Crooksy.
It is Bowden.
Bowden? Was that his uncle?
Yep.
In the
Was he?
70s.
Yeah, number 1. Did he come from Adelaide? Came from South Australia.
Possibly.
All right, score check. 1-1-7 to 2 behinds. Goals have been at a premium.
Easton a kick 2, so it'll be 2-1-13.
Sorry, 2-1-13 to 2 behinds.
And they're going to have to get that ball off the cafe roof.
And we are 22 minutes into this first term.
Free kick already.
Gippsland wouldn't mind a goal, I think, just before the break. Just they've been good, Gippsland. Easton just a little bit surer up forward. Nice kick into side 50. Defence is strong. Plenty of blue jumpers down there as the ball is held up. Can they squeeze it out? Now they can, Gippsland. Get it to the top of 50. Spray a handball. Beautiful work going through, and there's your goal.
Bang.
There is your goal.
Pepper? Yeah. Harrison Pepper.
Harrison Pepper gets the first for Gippsland in the shadows of quarter time.
He's a forward that's gone back in this year and tried to add that versatility to his game. And yeah, he's had some pretty good games. Last week was probably his best game of the year. He was one of their best in that win. So yeah, he's been building good form.
Good setup there. They did all the grunt work, got it out to the top of the 50, and then just got a nice open area for Pepper to run through.
Well, James Ross was standing in the goal square, so it had to go through one way or another. It couldn't just drop short.
Back in the middle, they've tapped it down, and they're just upping the ante here a bit, the power. Just putting a bit more pressure around the footy. They get it out now to centre wing and should be able to clear it. Awkward kick, just allowed the Rangers in this time through Black. And he's got his support out wider, Josh Clark. How many Clarks have played at Easton?
Yeah, wouldn't be surprised to see him trying to play. He's got some wheels on him, Clark.
He kicks long, big fly. There's a push out, and it'll go the way of Sonsi by the look of it.
Is Clark related to Dylan?
Not to my knowledge. I don't think so. It's just another Clark, similar to the Phillips.
So Riley Smith boots it inside 50. Big thump away. Gippsland trying to clear. They should be able to. Little kick off the side. Just found his man Combin. Kick right on the line, but it's over. Bit adventurous, that kick.
A little bit of byplay down at ground level. Brock Smith from Gippsland has obviously identified Tyler Sonsi as a bit of a threat, and there's a bit of byplay going on with pushing and shoving, and they're both starting to get a little bit frustrated.
Keep an eye on Berry and Edwards as well. Yeah. Now they're having a little bit of go here.
Yeah.
Doesn't surprise me, it's been bubbling over.
And you would hope
A little bit of nervous energy.
nothing other than pushing and shoving here.
The security's come out onto the ground.
Oh dear. Security.
Oh, they've actually physically touched them. You can't do that. Jeez. You just put. Wow. Don't know about that. Don't know about that at all. Yeah, Brock Smith sort of looked at the security guards and went, "What are you doing?" Like, I know why that is. Brock Smith loves to irritate players, and the Gippsland players would know that Sonsi, as good as he is a young kid and is easy enough to get under his skin. very classy player, but he's got a few things to learn. And he's just he makes sure he gets to the right positions and wins it on the outside. But I think they might have been questioning whether he goes in, and I think that's probably where that would stem from, because he's a fantastic player, but they would know
Still
watching past games. Yeah, still
all
a
right,
bit to go.
Quarter time, it is the Eastern Rangers 2-1-13 to 1-2-8. The goal kickers for Eastern, Jaworski and Rossiter, have one apiece, and Harrison Pepper has the goal for Gippsland. We'll take a break. Be back on the other side of this for second quarter action here on the NAB League.
He'll see us in one sec.
All right, we're back here at Ikon Park. It is quarter time. The Eastern Rangers are leading it by 5 points, and down on the ground, Siobhan Rowe has with her Sean Toohey from the Eastern Rangers.
Yes, I'm with Sean Toohey from the Eastern Rangers. There was a very physical, competitive start, and it demonstrated what finals footy is all about.
Yeah, 100%. Probably exactly what we expected, and that's really what Gippsland bring every week, regardless of finals. Probably goes up a notch with the finals. So, and I think we matched them pretty well in that area. So, it's a great day for it. Finals footy, physical, it's fast paced. It's really what I want to see from both teams.
What did you identify that you wanted to do well coming into this game? As you mentioned, Gippsland are a fast team.
Yeah, I think what we bring is, a competitive intensity to the game. We brought that against Sandringham 2 weeks ago. I think it's a barometer for our team, so we're very even. So as long as everyone's playing their role and bringing that intensity and sticking to really what our plans are, I think they'll hold us in good stead.
How's the belief in the group? As I mentioned earlier in the call, Eastern had a poor season last year, but this year you're into a preliminary final and the team seems to be working really well as a unit.
They're a really good group. They're well led. They're a tight-knit group. They love playing for each other. I think it shows when we play. And like I said, just that energy and intensity is what we probably measure how we're going on, and the scoreboard generally takes care of itself when that's up.
Not to individualise too much, but James Ross seems to be that general in defence that reads the ball really well. And Jamison Rossiter, I want to know a little bit more about him. He had a great game last week and seems as though he's a confidence player already getting on the scoreboard.
Yeah, James, obviously our captain down back, so he's the general down there. He drives a lot of the traffic and their setups down there. And Jamo's had a lot of injury troubles over the last 2 years. He's very highly rated as a 16-year-old, and I think as he's had some continuity the last 2 months with his training, he's playing. I think as the level's gone up, he's gone up with it, and his class has shone through. So hopefully he continues that today. He started off well, so 3 more quarters.
And lastly, what do you want to see for those final 3 quarters from the boys? Much of the same?
Yeah, exactly. If we can maintain that intensity and the physicality throughout the game, and hopefully that will force the opposition to maybe drop off in that area and we can get over the top of them. But, it's a great contest. We're historically very evenly matched, and, looking forward to the next 3 quarters.
Well, good luck for the rest of the game.
Thanks.
Good work, Siobhan, down there on the ground. Good work there by Sean Toohey, and of course Eastern Rangers coached by the NAB League Coach of the Year, Darren Buick.
Yeah, well, after they went from, as Siobhan mentioned, right from down the bottom to now potentially like 1 win away from a grand final, it's a huge rise, and credit to them, and that obviously just doesn't come from players alone. That comes from coaches and staff and everyone involved at the club. So they're a great story, really, and it would be terrific to see them make the grand final, and yeah, just see how they go the rest of the 3 quarters.
Okay.
Yep. Xavier Dersma's out on the field in the grey jacket. Yeah. Straight out.
He's made an impression on the AFL this year.
He has,
hasn't he? In more ways than one.
I love seeing when the players come down and support their old clubs.
Yeah,
it's great to see, because it shows that whole family atmosphere. And he's got the very special role on the bench. He might be helping them out with some coaching, some advice. It's terrific. Obviously captain last year, so he's all the boys would know him really well and get around him and have faith in his words.
And I would say one of the more impressive blokes I've interviewed over the years.
Yeah, he's a terrific individual.
And pulled out the bow and arrow, didn't he, when he kicks a goal?
Yep.
He did. Well, he did against the Bombers right in front of us.
He's done it a few times this year. That's what he's become known for.
Did he do it? Was it against the Pies? When they were down?
No.
The MCG?
Yeah, it was against, was it Richmond or someone? I think it was Richmond. That's where the controversy came out, because he did it when they were miles down. But
they were about 8 goals up on Essendon when he did it, right where I sit. Good on you, Xavier. I'm really pleased for you.
I have no problem with it. I mean, it's a bit if it's a great goal, I think it's deserving. I think if you kick it from the goal square from 2 metres out and you start doing it, I think it's a bit carry on. But, when you kick a great goal, you earn it.
Second quarter action here from Ikon Park. Rangers, they get the ball out. It's kicked forward by Edwards. Mark Spilt. Got some numbers here. Back to Edwards. Tries to pinpoint it, can't do it. Intercept mark to Ben Maslin. Maslin, he goes right back. They'll need to sort of checkerboard their way back through. Maslin. Nice Shepherd. Now they get to the fat side of the ground. The race is on. Rangers have got the numbers now. They've got the footy. Working his way through heavy traffic. Clark. They get it out. Gippsland trying to tackle. Now, nice kick forward. They're looking for the big grab. Comes over the back. The red jumpers of Gippsland there to defend. And thinks about going over the boundary line. Doesn't do it.
Well
Kicks
done.
into the back pocket, and it's Hourigan. Hourigan goes over the top. Gets it back. Now it's a bit of a kick in hope. Nice solid mark at the back there by Chase Black. Clever footballer, this fella. Black. Deep kick inside 50. Bit of Jocelyn. No one can take it. Rangers got a man clear. It's a snap-on goal round the corner. Todd Garner And that's right through the middle. Great way for the Rangers to start the second term.
There was a great handball by Duffy, I think it was. It just handballed straight out, snapped around his body. Thanks very much. Yeah, the Gippsland players were drawn into the contest, and he was the one that was stayed on the outside and was the beneficiary of that.
Excellent goal by Garner, and just sort of opened up the play. It hasn't been a big scoring match so far. 3-1 plays 1-2. Still can't see a clear advantage at the minute.
You can't, Rick. Okay.
Yeah, there's probably an 11-point advantage.
I think the blue team might be showing a bit more than the red team.
But it is quite close. There's no dominant. They're just putting the scores on the board.
I'll look up the team stats on my NAB app, Rick. What do you call?
And I'll just barrack for a goal in the next minute to just try and even it up a bit. And now they've got a free kick. The Gippsland power through Coburn, but he's turned it over. And an intercept marked by Edwards. He'll play on straight away, and they'll move it from half back down towards half forward. Bit of a kicking hope. Gippsland get players back, but aren't able to break away, and the umpire will ball it up.
Nothing in the stats.
Probably a bit of luck there from Reid. I think he disguised it well. He tried to lock it up and managed to do enough to persuade the umpire not to pay it.
The only stat is the hit-outs, which Eastern are winning 15-8.
Okay, it's pretty influencing stat. Back in the middle, and it opens up now. Here they go.
Wrong way.
Downey turns around on the right. Looked a bit awkward and ended up awkward. And Gippsland will clear the footy through Maslin.
Gotta go.
Who's a nice size. They'll play on and chip it wide again. They just got to get a bit of run in their game, Gippsland. Smith goes long to half forward. Now that's a bit of run, and that's a nice pass out in front. This is with Smith, and he kicks long over the top. Easton to clear, and they're on the boundary side, outer side, and gutsy mark got crunched afterwards.
Did he just? It looked like he just slapped him.
He did.
He just slapped him.
And they've reversed it by the
Wow.
look of it.
That wasn't even a punch. That was a fair slap. That was, jeez.
Just too late in the year for this.
Yeah.
Don't want any close calls.
I don't know about that. That was. And
I don't think the umpires put him on report, but they're starting to bubble over again here.
I think he's pulling out a yellow notebook.
Yes, he is now.
That's. I don't think we see that
There
too
he
often.
So
maybe it's a less punishment for that than fist.
might get a fine, Pete.
Yeah, it's just it looked very
way of the
strange.
I don't think they'd fine him, Rick. In all honesty,
Bit of a way
they're
of
not,
it.
they're not getting paid.
Yeah.
Well, they might lose their Big Mac meal.
Well,
McDonald's
they might
are
lose
proud
their voucher.
sponsors.
Jeez.
He probably. I think he should just be dragged.
Yeah.
Pretty
They
silly.
could do a 10-minute sin bin type thing or something. But,
Anyway, Gippsland are attacking. Couldn't get away again. They're doing well here, Easton, and should clear. We've got a one-on-one situation. There's a bit of a hold, yeah, well spotted. And they'll play on straight away with a kick to space. Just allow Gippsland in for a moment. And handball out by
Gee,
Mellis.
that's
He gets it out to Stapleton on the burst. Kicks long, 2 against 1. And that was a mark to Gippsland. Nicely done.
He's one of my favourites, Mitch Mellis.
Yeah, good player, Mitch.
Good player.
Out of side, Gippsland to move it forward. That's really to no one. And content to see it out.
Always like those little blokes, Rick. They're too small. They're not too small. If you're big enough, you're good enough.
You like the cheeky ones.
Yeah, he's good. He's only 173 and 72. That was a great handball. He was wrong. His body was unbalanced, and he really punched that ball forward. All right, centre wing, City side of the ground. Second quarter action here from Ikon Park as the umpire comes in.
Tell you one not in the side, Gilby.
Yeah, he's another one. Yeah, he's a obviously running defender. Goes all right. He's like a lot of the Eastern players. He's just really solid contributor.
Yep.
All right, Gippsland caught, and that was William Papley, who was just taken over the
Of course, brother
of.
Yeah, Tom from Sydney. He's probably here today. He comes down to a lot of games from Sydney when he can, and been the off season. So
Ball thrown in. He's not checking out any
he might be
facilities, is he?
He might be.
He might be in Lygon Street having
He might be signing a contract over in the cafe. Yeah.
Ball goes forward. Easton with the numbers. A little bit sloppy by hand, but they've got enough time to keep it on. Yeah, this is a car crash waiting to happen. Gippsland, good work. Now they've got the numbers to send it back the other way. Just need to move it a bit quicker. Van der Plyte goes inboard. Sparks.
Lovely.
Can't get the second bite of the cherry. Now the Rangers can swoop. Oh, no, can they? Good work by Sarong.
That was brilliant. He missed the footy, lost it, and then got the tackle.
He's got that bull terrier about him, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
You don't want to annoy him.
I think he was happy he lost the ball because he got to apply the tackle.
I like the way he wraps himself around the opponent, Sarong.
Yeah.
And he's contested marking for
like
a
a
small
Rockwheel.
player.
Sarong.
It's remarkable.
Hey?
He's contested marking. Superb.
He's just don't entertain him, Peter. Don't encourage him. As Caleb Sarong comes in, and he's put it through for a goal. Good reward for a great tackle. And the Gippy boys needed that one. They move on to 2-2-14. They trail by 5 points, 3-1-19.
Hopefully that'll spark something for Gippsland, because they haven't been able to get their running game going, and when they do get that game going, they're pretty hard to stop.
Lucky for them, they're only 5 points down though, which is the benefit. Eastern, even though they're on top on the scoreboard, one more goal, a quick clearance and a goal, and Gippy are back in front. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. Often midway through the second term, they chuck Flanders one out in the square. So I'll be interested to see if they deploy that tactic and just open up the forward line.
In the middle, tapped down by Hawkins. Sharked away and booted forward by Riley Smith. Gets it towards half forward. Just knocked off the ball there. Allows Easton in. This is a dangerous play here towards a one-on-one in the square. They got a couple of numbers back. Here's a shot on goal. And just taking the top of the post
They
there.
hit the knob on the post.
I think
Do the posts have a knob here?
They don't have a knob anymore.
But that was Sonzy.
Just
They
the
used to have a
on the
knob.
post.
They used to have a knob. So Gippsland to make something of it from full back. Now, he kicked it from the goal square. Why did he do
was
that?
Pepper.
And a little fella over the back there with the footy. That's Black. Gives it off to Downey, who'll boot it long
He's a
from
long
52
kick. Good. He's
metres.
away.
Very long.
And
Oh, brilliant.
that is an Open University play of the day, that's for sure. 52 metres out and clears it easily.
Well,
Downey, what a beautiful left foot that was.
they usually trade their first rounders, but Hawthorn might need to hang on to it next year with the way
Fancy
he's
him,
progressing.
Pete?
Yeah, well, he played Vic Metro as a bottom major, which nearly never happens.
sign,
They
yeah.
barely ever play unless you're a top player, and he's still rounding out his overall game, but
Yeah.
he has class. He has a lot of class. And you just saw it there, just loaded up, no problem, straight through the middle.
Back in the middle of the ground. Good answer for Easton. Up they go, ball thrown up. Gippsland clear. Sarong, chaos ball, just hits the 50-metre line. Now they're a chance. Eastern. There's plenty of Eastern players there. Just got to wait
For
on the
the
bounce.
bounce.
And what a dirty bounce that was. That was a shocker. And Gippsland chime in, just have not made the most of it. And through for a behind. That was one versus 3. And the ball just bounced up on him just to give the one the chance. Those footy gods, Rick, they're tough.
Tell you what has been good. There's been long kicking today in this beautiful weather. And that one's thumped back towards half-forward flank.
That's
Courageous mark. And we'll just pick up that player in a minute.
Nathan, I think. Yeah. John Nathan.
Nathan, great work. Gives it across to his teammate in Edwards. Done a bit this quarter. Has to play on and chips it wide. Jonathan Ross, the skipper. So he's at half-back in the shadows. And he'll kick long to the interchange bench. Over it goes. Play on's a call. Handball flipped out the back. They just need to get it clear here, Easton. There's a good tackling, really good pressure there, Gippsland, on the ball carrier. Just held it up enough, and out of bounds it goes. Commentary side.
Ball thrown in. Caught. Slung. Gets it away. Oh, this is tough and rugged in the middle here. No faint hearts. Good work by Black. Gets it to Stapleton. He feeds it out wide. This is Lachlan Gall. He's got time. He's got space. He needs to hit a target. He's looking for Edwards. It's just bouncing along and...
Needed to give it to Clark there, who was the next one in the chain. Just went that little bit long and it was 1 on 2.
Good little group of people sitting up in the legend stand there. Little clump. As the ball's thrown in. Comes out the back. Gippsland. Feed it out. Try to force it forward. Good work by Chase Black. Gets it across. Funny old kick inside. Which way will it bounce? Oh, fortuitous to Sonzi. It's a dirty big up and under. Mark can't be taken and over the boundary line and out of bounds.
Bit of a stalemate at the moment, isn't it? No clear possessions. It's a bit of a wrestle, arm wrestle.
Yeah, sort of expected this. They're both really strong defensive sides, and that's what I think we'll see next week in the grand final regardless. It'll be a defensive side against an offensive one.
Now we've got a bit of an offensive play here, but goes on the roof.
That is a shot.
And way offline.
Someone's getting a free footy.
Yep.
Might be a pigeon, if I'm not...
So there it goes. That's way out of bounds, that one. Now this is not too dangerous. Just got to deliver here with the kick. Oh, now it's dangerous. Dear. But his player didn't let him down. Excellent takeout in front that time. I think it was Rees. Down they go, down the line. Good spoil out the back that time from Duffy. Gippsland went without it. Out of bounds it goes.
We're 15 minutes into this second quarter. They lead by 11 points, the Eastern Rangers.
Not a lot of link up, is there, at the minute?
No, it's contest to contest type footy. Ball thrown in. Do you like it when the boundary umpire comes in, Rick? You've seen a bit of
no,
this
you
year?
don't. But
what do you think?
A couple of metres. I don't like... I think you should use all parts of the ground, in my opinion, Crooksy.
Yeah. I think it narrows the congests the ground.
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It does.
It cramps everyone into a spot. I'd come in a little bit, but yeah, 10. Anyway, greater minds than us. Fed out. Eastern. Plenty of power jumpers there. Works their way through a bit of traffic. Goes for the safety.
That was a nice kick.
Nice mark there taken by Billy Papley. Papley goes inboard, dangerous kick. Now they get it across. Got a little bit of run here. Keeling runs in and kicks. Sprays it to the left.
That's one you shouldn't miss.
That's a gift. A gift gone begging. 4-3 plays 2-3. 2 goals the difference. They don't muck about this time, Gippsland. They've got a man on the lead who drops what he probably should have taken. Easton. Swooping handball. Now they're in trouble. Quick kick inboard, but no. Rock of Gibraltar. They want to switch play. They've got a man on the run.
Took him out a little.
Duffy. Jonty did probably take him out a bit. Good play all the same. Sharp kick inside defensive 50. They want to switch play. They've got some space here if they can.
I'm not sure he knew it was coming to him there.
He waited for the contact, spun out of it. This is a good kick. Needs the mark, didn't matter. Spilt, picked up. Kicked inside 50, but the kick's short.
Yeah.
They're running the wrong way, Pete.
Yeah.
Running towards goal.
Yeah, that was
Needed
just
a hit-up lead.
miscommunication there. Went short when he needed to go long. And
The skipper, Ross, kicks out to centre wing. This is...
courageous. Very courageous.
Nice kick in forward there by Downey. Now they're a chance.
The pressure from both sides is remarkable. Like, they're both pressuring and forcing mistakes too.
Kick inside 50. Who can mark it? All Eastern Rangers. Got plenty of numbers down there.
Yeah.
They must have the same numbers as Gippsland, but they kick inboard. Parker decides to bring it to the northern side of the ground. Mark taken here by Joel Nathan, a man with 2 first names.
Yep.
As Nathan kicks to centre wing. Good work. Mark taken by Jaworski, Jordan Jaworski, JJ. Spots up Jamison Rossiter, right in front of the commentary position. Left footer. Kicks to the top of the 50 arc. Comes over the back. They work it towards the boundary line. Stacks on the mill. Deliberately walks over and kicks the ball and gets it smothered and it's out of bounds. Clever play.
Need to see a bit more from Flanders and Sarong just to get them going a bit. Ball to be thrown in. On the 50, Eastern attacking over the back, Palm beautifully. Works it into space. They overran it. Umpire lets them go. And now he'll ping him. Supporters and the bench asking
I don't
for a high
mind
tackle.
that because he did duck his head into it.
I thought
that was
fair
fair.
decision too. Eventually he got penalised.
Sometimes players do that just to try and get caught and then get the high, and if they don't, then it's, holding the ball.
Anyway, that kick was ill-directed and mopped up by her. Or that kick was from Gall. Finds Clark. Clark to the outer side of the ground. They'll work it forward to a long lead. Out in front. Nice take out in front. Jaworski goes long to the square. Up they go. Punched away. The ball's still live. Forward pocket. Gippsland trying to clear. Flanders gets it. Uses his strength to dish off the handball. Now we've got a torpedo, more of a flat punt. And the ball in dispute at centre wing outer side of the ground. Umpire allows them to go for a bit, but eventually he'll ball it up.
I'm not really sure what Josh Smith is doing at full back. I don't think he's ever played there. I assumed he was in the ruck, but I wonder if the ruck then dragged him back because he's not...
Just keep an eye on him, Pete.
It's a bit bizarre, I think.
Strange one.
Yeah, because Combin's at full forward, so there's no reason
And
for
he
him.
does that well. He runs around on the boundary, centres it. Bit of a wobbly ball. Ball not loose yet. And he was all tied up.
Just an update, Sarong, leading possession get on the ground, 13, 8 and 5, and Flanders 8 disposals, 4 and 4.
Just want to see them hit the scoreboard a bit, that's all. Doing well enough, but Gippsland need them. Now it'll be cleared again through Clark, who's doing well. Outer side, and kick doesn't hit him up, and out of bounds it goes.
Conditions still nice and warm down at ground level. The Eastern bench have plenty of ice bags that players are using as they're running off the ground through interchange.
Gee, I don't think they've used them all year. Not with the conditions we've had.
Ball thrown in. Dispute. Neither team shy going into a contest as Gippsland get the free kick.
Here's Flanders.
Flanders pops it up. They've got man on the lead, not first there. Now they are. Caught high when he went down low. Umpire right on the spot says no dice. Ball to be thrown in, thrown up. About 20 metres out from goal.
Now let's see what they can do here, Gippsland. Where's Sarong?
Down, going to be cleared. Easton get it away through Gall. Kicks to centre wing. It's going to come back from whence it came. Daisy cutter. Finds a man but not on target. Now they get some backup. Now they're in the prime spot at the back here. And, almost a mark. Got numbers, got the footy. Just can't get a clear disposal and a clearing kick. And it beats all comers. Bang. Good pick up and kick and a mark taken. Great work there. Who was that? Pete was, that was Sparks, Ryan Sparks.
The goal really should have been kicked 15 metres out.
Yeah,
it should have gone the way. That's don't take anything away from Ryan Sparks.
Full credit too, because he's been questioned about his attack on the contest, and he did not back away then. So terrific.
Yep.
Now Neocleus needs to finish off.
Harvey Neocleus. Gee, they could do with this goal. Harvey comes in, kicks. Is it just going to fade?
Oh, yeah, I think to the right.
Just to the right-hand side of the goal post. 2-4-16 plays 4-3-27. With Joshua Clark to bring the ball back in for the Eastern Rangers. Plays on left footer. Kicks to the commentary side of the ground. Little kick. Gee, it's a hot potato in there. As Gippsland try to force the ball forward, rugby style. Ball pinging around like a pinball machine. Now Chase Black gets some length on the kick and height. Oh, gee, almost a strong mark. He ends up with the footy. Sarong kicks it round the corner. Bouncing footy, comes off hands, close to the boundary line. And eventually it goes over.
That was Zach Smith, who Zach Reed.
Yeah,
sorry.
very smart
200
player.
centimetres, but 77 kilos.
Yeah, not much of him. I'm lucky there's not a big
to
wind.
Go through the drive-through on the way home.
Incredible footy IQ though. He's just so smart. Lovely kick too.
They ball it in. Tap down to just open play here, but now it's back into a pack. Geez, the aggression shown by both these teams has been enormous today. No one willing to give up the pill.
I reckon there'll be some sore bodies tonight.
Yeah, they've really gone hard.
It's a bruising game. Bruising game.
It's unbelievable. Not one player shaking a contest. Everyone willing to put their head over the ball.
And they just can't get that clear possession. Even that kick was under pressure. Now it comes, and good work that time, Jaworski, to spoil the forward move. They kick it towards the boundary line, and out of bounds it's stumped.
Half-time here at Ikon Park, and this is a final that you hope to see. Great work by both teams.
Yep.
And the score at half-time is 4-3-27 to 2-4-16. The goal kickers 4. They're all single goal kickers. For Gippsland, Sarong, Pepper are the 2 goal kickers there, and for Eastern, it is Downey, Jaworski, Garner and Rossiter.
Yeah, and it's interesting. I just looked at the stats real quick. Last game we had 96 tackles for the entire game. We're already up to 71 in this in half a footy. So that kind of tells you.
71 in
71,
a half a footy.
36 to 35. So we're already up to 71 in a half a footy.
Massive figures.
Great work here as both teams leave the arena. They could both do with a good rest and a cool drink, which we might do the same, guys. We're going to take a break here. We'll be back in 15 minutes for the second half of the prelims. NAB League under 18, Oakley already into the grand final. Eastern and Gippsland fighting there for the final berth. Welcome back to Ikon Park. Half-time here, and it is the Eastern Rangers by 11 points. And both teams are back out on the ground, getting into position. Which way do you think this one's going to go, Rick?
I'm a bit uncertain at the minute. I like the pressure that the both teams are putting together. I just hope, I'm just wondering, Gippsland at this time of year have struggled in recent years, so we're hoping that they've got the legs to keep an even contest here.
Yep,
and
absolutely.
really push for a spot in that grand final, because they've got the talent. So we'll see if that top, few players of Gippsland can lead them in the second half. And the umpire balls it up to commence it, and up they go. Tapped down that time by Reed. Big ruckman goes in to the centre square, and we'll have a ball up again. Shark by Stapleton, who gets it forward. Easton on the attack already. Gets it towards half forward, and a mark to Jaworski. Lively player up forward. Gets it down further afield. Up they go. No clear winner there. They're just holding them up for the moment, and the umpire will come in and ball it up 25 metres around from the goal. Easton attacking again. Brought a really good pressure game to their game today, Easton. Ball in dispute, working towards the 50. There was a tackle there, but it was high. Umpire was in good position. Probably a bit better than the crowd that was calling from the other side of the ground for the holding the ball. Anyway, Angwin gets it. Works it out to Flanders, who goes back inboard. This will want to be good. Now they've got it this time. And work it through. Pepper gets it down towards half forward. And we've got a mark at the 50. Now the player here, Sparks, Ryan Sparks.
He thinks he can do it, which is the first part of the exercise, Rick. You got to believe
There's
he can
not
do
much of a breeze either, is there?
There's no breeze, I would say. I'm looking at the flags that are flying around the ground.
And he comes in on the 50, gets under it, and right, and out in the full.
Well, he got the distance, just not the accuracy.
Normally we can see, if there's any breeze, you can see those beautiful palm trees there in Princess Park waving. As the ball is kicked across ground, he waits and lets it bounce, Danny. Perhaps should have gone a little bit harder at that one. Gippsland get in the van, wrapped up in a vice-like grip there.
They love the holding the ball, the crowd.
Yeah. Passionate.
There'd be a lot of calls if we're going by their calls.
Up they go. Tap down. Quick kick forward there by Harvey Neocolis. Oh, look at the take of that. Can that come back for a goal? Bounce.
Oh.
Sorry, I shouldn't be barracking for it. That was Sam Berry.
That was terrific, though.
good
That was a
bit of
great play.
As Easton look to clear, and they find Stapleton, a true centre half back. He goes one way, goes back the other, and kicks to half forward. A little bit of working under the ball. The ball stands up on end, and now Gippsland can go forward. Mark taken on the chest. They pass it off. Searching kick up forward, and Easton have got the answers in defence. They get it out to Chase Black. He's on his right foot. Leading his way to the ball there is Pepper. They get it back. Angwin kicks to the goal square. It's all Eastern Rangers. Gives it a punch. Luck's a fortune. Fortune favours the brave. And Mitch Mellis has it on the half-back line. He looks up.
There's been a fair few bounces that have been interesting today, I think.
Yeah. The Sherrans are well pumped up before the game on a good surface. As the ball is kicked to true centre wing, and the mark is taken. Kicks forward. Can he run onto it? And no. as much as the funny bounces, there's just been a few percent off in execution, in skills, which have just meant, you know, if you a foot this way, they mark it, they're off and running.
Which you can probably put down to the pressure as well. It's been a really high pressure game.
It has, and we'll see if it continues here in this contest. Over the back, flipped over by Smiths. Again, we've got a tackle, and the umpire will just come in and ball it up. They've worked hard today, the umpies, balling it up. Taken that time. Oh, good work that time through Papley. They get it forward. Now it'll be a little push out there. Neocleus did well. Fooled the umpies, and we'll have a ball up.
Here we go. Here's that Flanders one-on-one duel that I was speaking about. They like doing that. Just putting him one-on-one and isolating the forward line.
A little bit shorter than his opponent, Garner.
Here we go.
Won't matter at all. Oof.
Could be a good one to watch, Pete. Those two, both good players.
It was a game against Oakley a couple of weeks back where Flanders tore the game apart in one quarter. So obviously Peter Francis and Rhett McLennan have gone to the same type of one-on-one duel to hopefully see him kick some goals.
Here we go. Kick. That would be one of the...
He kicked the cover off.
Every picture tells a story on that one. That was sort of that was a nothing attempt for goal. And they're getting some good play, like they're controlling the football a little bit here, but they're not getting it on the scoreboard.
Yeah, Fraser Phillips is a player who highly rated, but can do anything from the impossible to the unbelievable both ways. So,
Callum Norris, centre wing. Play on, play on, play on. Kicks in short. That is not a good turnover. Hourigan.
Rossiter's got winded by his own teammate there.
Baldy. Gee, it's a congested football field at the moment.
Yep.
Ball just kicked to a contest, more or less. Stapleton, good hands. Gets it across to Zalik.
Man out wide if
Edwards.
they can hit him.
Now they get it out. Parker on the run. Got a man to beat. Gets caught. Still gets a handball away under pressure. Wins the football back. Spins around. Spots up a man. He's got Tyler Edwards. Edwards goes back to go forwards. He's got a guy all by himself out there in half forward who runs on. Kicks under pressure at the back of the pack. Oh, good defence by Gippsland. It's in the square. Soccer it through, but
probably had the sit there. They should have took that one, Easton.
A quick injury update. Jamison Rossiter is currently on the bench being attended to by the trainers. They're rubbing his back. In the previous contest he was gripping at it, so fingers crossed he can get back on the ground.
Through the middle they go this time. Baldy gets it. That was Trent Baldy. Just weighing it up, Hawkins. They'll play on and kick long. Looks like he's got the sit. Gets over the top. Here's Flanders v Garner. Garner working his body away beautifully there. Got the hand out. Now they'll be able to pepper. Goes inboard. Just got a fingertip on it, Stapleton. Well done. Defending well there. Now they'll kick to a one-on-one. This is almost like a training exercise. One against one. Kick it out and bring it back, boys. Oh, that was beautifully done. And delivered nicely. Out it goes to the half-forward flank, but good spoil. And out of bounds it goes. And that player on that outer side was Duffy, who won that ball and got the link up as well. They bring it in, half forward for Easton. Little hand out the back. Still can't break away. Good pressure there by Gippsland to hold that up and win the ball back. Now they just lost it again. So both teams turning this ball over. And it's due to the pressure around the footy. There's not many options or not many clear runners at the moment in both teams.
9 minutes in, 28 plays 16, 2 goals the difference. Scoring at a premium. Beautiful tackle. As Pete mentioned before, the tackle count very high. Now they're a chance. Streaming into goal is Clark, and he's got it. That's the one that's broken the seal. Joshua Clark puts through Easton's 5th goal and his first. 5 goals for 34 to 2 goals for 16 as we approach the 10-minute mark of the 3rd term. What are the odds we get an avalanche of goals now?
Yeah, the game
way.
does need to open up either way. We've seen this scragging, rolling football for the 3 quarters so far, and that ball did open up then. So we'll see if Easton can break it open, or whether Gippsland can keep them where they want them.
I hope it does remain close. We don't want it to be like the other game where
yeah,
it
bit
ran
of a
away
blowout.
with it. Yeah.
So we'll see if the power can answer that one. Ball up in the middle. Tapped out by Smith. Again, no clear possession winner. Little handball. Now it opens up. Smith just brings his player into it and chips it forward, but well read. Powell Pepper runs through centre half back, gives off the handball, gets it back. Now they're in trouble. Does well to get it off. Now they still haven't got away. The endeavour was right and going hard at it's good to see, but that last link up was the problem. Now they'll kick it forward, Easton. Here's an opportunity if the hands are out there. Now they've got a player running on. The banana bender wasn't the option there from that distance.
Yeah, you had a free man there in Keeling on the outside. Probably should have gone with a handball or even gone to the top of the square and taken the one-on-one. But I guess that's the pressure of the game, not knowing you've got to make it in a split second.
Low percentage.
Mm-hmm.
Ball thrown in, forward pocket. Royal Parade into the ground. Rangers heading that way. Gippsland in need of a goal. Angwin. Quick hands. Might be a free kick.
Yeah.
They go out wide. Flanders. Baldy, sorry. Riley Baldy. A little bit of indecision. Pressure. Now they get it out. Little slinging kick off the boot, and that's neither a mark out in the full. Will be a throw in.
I don't know what he's asking for there, Ross.
John T. Duffy just coming from the field with a cut mouth, so he's been given a towel just to clean up that blood.
Thank you, Siobhan Rowe on the boundary. Stapleton, handball smothered. Baldy caps him high, no free kick. Easton kick, and nice solid mark there by Ty Hourigan. Hourigan pops in a shorty. Can they get out of it? Handball over the back, going nowhere. Tough game, this.
In good news, Jamison Rossiter back on the ground.
Good. Right in front of us here at Ikon Park. In she hurls. Tap down, Stapleton. Double whammy tackle. The ball to be thrown up.
See if we can clear it, Crooksy. Centre wing. Tapped out the back to Stapleton, who dribbles it forward towards centre half forward for Easton. Now they've got an open ball. Kicked by that time McCormick down to the square. Bit of scragging. Here's an opportunity over the back, and Jaworski puts it through. They just found the right places there to run, and Jaworski with the sprint just got a leg on it. And that has opened up this game now.
Tell you what, I'd love to measure all of Jawasi's goals and how far out from goal they are, because I remember one day seeing him kick 4 from a combined 10 metres. He just knows it. He can sniff those goals a mile away and just runs full pelt to get there, and often gets on the end of it. So it's hard running, but he certainly gets quite a few of those ones right in the goal square, which is where you're not probably going to miss. So yeah, and just an update from the earlier game. I found out from Oakley, Dylan Williams still has stress fractures in his back, so he won't play next week. And Lucas Westwood was the late withdrawal with the steel side bottom injury pre-game.
Really?
So if you don't know what that is, you can Google it. Yeah.
He's still a big out, isn't he?
Yeah.
Williams,
Yeah,
handy player on your forward line.
Yeah.
6-4-40 to 2-4-16. We're 15 minutes into the third term, and this is getting serious for Gippsland. They need to get a goal or two before the in the last 10 minutes of this quarter, as they try to bring the ball forward. Interception. Eastern Rangers just got a spring in their step at the moment. They go forward. They've got the fall of the ball. It's a quick kick.
Oh, hello.
That is straight through the
Jeez, now it's going to be tough.
And Chuck Norris. Yeah, it was Callum Norris, affectionately known as Chuck, to his mates, Rick. And they are putting a nice little lead on here. 7 goals, 4-46 to 2-4-16. A 5-goal lead.
Sitting behind me on the boundary are plenty of the Eastern Rangers boys, certainly up and about and very excited. It's great to see again that team unity is certainly one thing that they can pride themselves on.
So if they're going to make a move, Gippsland, it has to be now. They can't wait till the last quarter. They've got to do something about it now. But at the moment, the team that's on the move is the Eastern Rangers. And we've got to push in the back, or play on's a call now. And Gippsland work it forward, intercepted. And well done that time. That was Nathan. Played a pretty serviceable game. And Gippsland to turn it over this time. They'll work it inboard. Low ball. Backmen hate those ones. Gets back to 40 metres out, directly in front. It's a loose ball. Here it is. Out in front it comes. And we got a kick on goal across the face. Probably should have been nailed. And through for behind. That was Duffy.
Oh, here we go.
Now we've got an intercept mark and a shot on goal here.
See, that's what you can't afford when your team's up and about. You don't want to hand back any momentum. You want to keep it going for the whole quarter.
Jake Vanderplyt, who I'm reliably informed by a very knowledgeable football person, that this is Des Ma's grandson. You're going to say who Des Ma is, Peter, I know, but he was a premiership player for Hawthorn in a golden era for them.
No, I was going to say it was a bit before my time, Crooks.
It was.
I think.
No, not now. I remember him.
Yeah.
Pretty well, playing at Glen Ferry Oval, but he didn't get the goal. That's the point. That's a behind.
They're missing plenty of opportunities, Gippsland, to get themselves back involved in the contest.
They probably need a couple before this break to be any chance realistically, given the low-scoring nature. What are we doing here?
Free kick up the field.
Flanders is not looking happy.
Gippsland, they turn the ball back over in the middle of the ground. They need good work in small places. Now, beautiful handball.
Kick it.
Oh, look at that. If that could define Eastern Rangers' season, that is it. Absolutely sensational.
And it's disappointing because that was tremendous play by Flanders. 25-metre handball.
That was Will Parker who laid that tackle.
And that's probably that's what set them up this season, that kind of play.
As the ball's kicked into the forward pocket. Here we go. Oh, just saved on the line. Kicks forward. Now Flanders out wide.
You've got to get a goal out of this play pretty much, I think.
They kick around the corner.
Yep. Here we go. Sparks is free.
Got to be a good pass.
Oh, McGarity.
McGarity wheels around, out of trouble, back pedals. Got a man by himself. They go inboard, back to Reed. Reed's still a kick and a half out. Kicks to the open space.
And that's a zone defence, I think, just got lost a bit there, Easton. They were checking them all. It had gone in quickly, and Proud, I think, was the one who managed to get away there. So that was great. Opened up the space and got the mark. And to say this is a much-needed goal is an understatement, because if he misses this, it's going to be pretty tough from here, I think.
All right. Nick Proud. Nicholas Proud comes in, kicks. And he's got it.
Right.
He's got it. That's
There's a
their
pulse.
third. 3 goals, 6, 24 to 7 goals, 4, 46. 22 points the difference. I'll get a time check for you, gentlemen. It's 20 minutes into the third term. 22 points. Power need another goal in this last 5 minutes.
If they can get it to 16 points at three-quarter time, it's well and truly game on in the last quarter.
Let's see what happens here. The Premiership quarter.
Up they go in the middle. Smith's doing pretty well in there, but taken this time by Gippsland. See if they can put a couple together. They go very wide. Duffy taps it further afield, but was grabbed at the last minute and out of bounds. So Gippsland attacking. 24 plays 40. No, that doesn't look right.
46.
46, yeah. So it's a 22-point margin. Kicked towards the boundary line. It's a no 15, that one. Taken that time and almost got legged there. Eventually it comes out with Maslin, who boots it forward. Over the top it goes. Gippsland pushing hard here to try and get numbers up and hold the ball in their 50. They did that pretty well. And we'll have a ball up, 45 out from goal. Easton defending valiantly here.
They've got an extra couple of numbers at the stoppage. Gippsland have them back here on the wing.
Right, we'll see what happens if there's a
Here we
rebound
go.
kick.
Oh.
Nucleus runs into trouble. Over the back it goes, this time to Proud. He dribbles it forward.
In the back?
No, he tried to send the contact there. He
I think he sort of fell
pushed himself forward. He did fall
Yeah.
forward as well, but he sort of pushed himself forward to... Yeah, so I reckon that's a good
Anyway,
call.
all up straight away. 12 metres out from the Gippsland goal. Umpire lets it go. So we've almost got a wall here.
Yeah,
an
Gippsland, so
old-fashioned
Easton
wall.
are all in there.
So we'll see if this ball comes out and who it goes to.
Yeah, look at... That's almost excessive, though, the amount of... There's just 4 players by
There's,
themselves.
Here we go.
Now we've got a
Come
shot on
round.
goal. Proud goes.
Oh,
hits
hit the post.
I thought he'd allowed a bit too much there, but they fought hard to keep it in there, and they've got the players back to bail it up, as we said. So we'll see what happens here. Now we've got a loose
Look at this.
man at centre half back.
Parker gets it across.
Oh, that was really good. Held him up.
That held him up beautifully. Now they're crunched in a tackle.
Yeah.
Holding the ball.
Yeah, Mellis
Fire
tried to take him on.
opportunity.
Yeah, tried to take him on. I think that's...
Okay.
Minute and a half to go in this third term. Straight down the middle, boys. They spot up. This is Trent Baldy. Got to go, Trent.
Yeah.
Kicks out wide.
Yep.
And Mark spilt right on the boundary line. They needed to take that one from Sam Berry. Time just ticking, just becoming the enemy. Just over a minute to go.
Yeah. A goal here would be crucial for Gippsland, I think.
It'd give them momentum, give them everything. Easton, Stapleton, working it towards the boundary. They're happy.
Yeah.
The umpire will come in and ball this up.
30 seconds, Rossi! There you go, 30 seconds.
30 seconds, Rossi.
So in other words, get your defensive group together.
The ball comes out. A few power players might have been holding the man.
Yeah. Got to go right now, though.
Oh, that's 50.
That's 50.
Meters. He gave it to the wrong bloke. Good call, umpire.
Now, is that bad luck or was that a deliberate ploy by Easton? You know what I mean?
I don't like seeing it.
Yeah. He'd argue he thought his teammate got the free. I don't know.
Yeah, where's he going to put him?
Oh.
Is that 50 metres? Because he's kicking from 15 metres out.
Yeah, that was a very...
I thought it was at the 54 metre mark.
Yeah, I thought it'd be pretty much in the square.
This important kick.
Come on, it's Phillips. Bang.
Straight through the middle.
And will that be telling? That is the question heading into the last quarter.
Look at him.
Yep, they're getting around him.
It sets up a very juicy contest in the last quarter. Three-quarter time score. We'll see. Gippsland 4 goals, 7-31. They trail by 15, 7-4-46 the Eastern Rangers. We will take a break. I'm sure Siobhan's going to get out there and try and have a chat to Peter Francis from the Gippsland camp to see how they're going to rein in this 15-point lead. This is NAB League under-18 footy. Welcome back to Ikon Park. Exciting third term sees Gippsland powered down by 15 points, and down on the ground is Siobhan speaking to the most famous talent manager in the game, Peter Francis.
Yeah, down on the ground with the one and only Peter Francis. That you could say that quarter was a quarter of missed opportunities, but you did get yourself back in the game, 15-point deficit.
Yeah, well, it was probably the first 10 or 15 minutes we dominated the quarter, and then they had a little bit of a domination for 10 minutes there, and we were able to put on 4 goals. But those 2 goals have really put us back in the game, and I think, you know, our boys are up and about, and they're a real chance here.
It's a game full of tackling and high intensity, is what you'd expect from a final.
Yeah, most definitely been a lot of ball ups. Both teams aren't giving an inch either side, so yeah, it's been a really tough, hard game, and you know, not pretty to look at or anything like that, but really a true final. And yeah, I think, you know, both teams have worked really hard, and you know, the one that wins will know they've won and be really sore tomorrow.
What do you do with Sam Flanders? Obviously, you're so dynamic in the midfield and up forward. Where do you think you're starting for the fourth quarter?
Oh, look, I've got no doubt he'll probably start him through the middle, and then he'll push him forward like he did that quarter. He is a dynamic player. Wish we had about 2 or 3 of them, but unfortunately we haven't. But, you know, the other boys have got to jump on now, and really, you know, we've got 25 minutes to see if we can go into next week's grand final against Oakley, and I'm sure the boys will give it all they've got. They've had a fantastic final series so far. We've been really proud of them, whichever way it goes. So yeah, but hopefully they can get over the line. It'll be lovely.
What's Rhett's finals message to the boys now for the last quarter?
Oh, I think, you know, just to keep pushing hard and keep going, and you know, who knows what's going to happen. Yeah, so it's a really interesting one. Yeah.
Good luck for the last quarter.
Yeah. Thanks.
Good work, Siobhan. Well, this is definitely the closer of the 2 preliminary finals today. Which way is it going to go, Pete?
Yeah, geez, it's like you'd have to say Eastern at this point, but I just need my prediction at the start of the year to be right. So I need Gippsland to get up.
Yeah.
But look, Eastern are a terrific story, and I think, yeah, I would love them to see them win it all, just based on all the adversity in terms of, you know, not having any national combine invites, working as a team. We always see the teams littered with national combine invites winning the premiership. So to have that story, it would just be a great one, and it helps them as well. It helps all their players. The further they go, the more chance they get to enhance their stocks in front of recruiters.
Absolutely. The Gippsland boys are in position. The Eastern boys have just starting to split. What are you thinking, Rick?
I like the way Gippsland just held on there and then kept coming. I like that. It looked like Eastern had their measure there with 5 or 6 minutes to go in that third quarter. But Gippsland came back, kicked a couple, just showing that they're in this game right up to their necks. And 15 points is not a big margin, so either way, you know, both teams are in it. But I'd be really keeping a close eye on Sarong and Flanders. I know we've mentioned them in this call, but they're the 2. If it's going to be one, they're the 2 to do it for Gippsland.
Josh Smith is still at full back, so that's a choice. And I don't know why. He's a strong, powerful marking forward, and yeah, playing full back, which is.
They might not have enough options at back.
Well, they're opting to play Reid in the ruck, probably because he gives more run. But yeah, I don't think I've seen him there all year. I've seen quite a few Gippsland games. I've never seen him at full back. So
he is 200 centimetres, so at some stage he's got to use that height. So
Eastern don't have a tall forward line though. That's what's more puzzling. Like, yeah.
Which way are you going, Siobhan?
I think I'm going to stick with Eastern. I think that they've been the best side all day, and their pressure's just a bit too much. Down at ground level, though, we do have Xavier Dersma, former Gippsland captain last year, cheering the boys on in the last quarter, and some of their country teammates in Cody Waitman and Billy Newen down here as well. So nice to see there's a bit of support.
Last quarter action, Rick, take it away.
Well, there's that man Flanders, gets it out straight away out of the middle and thumps it inside 50. Eastern with numbers. They do well to clear it. And it'd just be an interesting kick, this one. And Powell Pepper puts out the left, Powell Pepper, and takes the mark, juggling. There's the ruckman, gives it off. They go very, very wide here to Angwin, and he needs to be pretty good here, and he does it well. Gippsland, have they got numbers to help out? And that was a great tackle the outer side. And they play on, and it's another turnover. Duffy has it now in the middle of the ground for the Power. Bit of a wobbly kick forward, but Berry takes the mark. 55 out, he goes to the lead in the pocket. Ball spoilt. Nucleus couldn't get it out of bounds.
I like the look at Gippsland already. I think they're going to win this.
Do you really?
You can tell when Gippsland are switched on, and when they're switched on, they're hard to beat. And just this opening few minutes, they're switched on. So, yeah, it'll be how Eastern answer this.
The ball in the forward pocket. Comes back in towards the centre half forward area. A kick out of the pack sees it go out in the full, and he's got to go behind his mark, doesn't he?
Yeah.
You love this one, Crooksy.
Yeah, got to line him up for goal or something.
Brought him back 10 metres in, and a long kick out to half back. They fly a bit early, and it allows a couple of players in that weren't in the contest. Now they'll chip it around. Good spoil. Well done that time to bring it to ground there by Norris. Again, they can't break away. There's just no room to move in this game. Both teams desperate, and we'll have a ball up.
Easton's tackling has been absolutely superb. All their players are like little Jack Russells. They're just continuing to chase and run opponents down.
Trying to get away again. I'd like to know that tackle count.
About to tell
soon.
you, Rick.
It was up in the high 70s at half time.
So 58 tackles to the Power, 48 to the Rangers. 106. Three quarters of a match.
It's good going.
Gippsland through Phillips, kicks to the hot spot. They need a mark, can't take it. Oh, close. Caught the tackle.
High,
says the umpire.
Oh, hang on, high the other way.
No.
No,
What? Yeah.
Okay.
That is, yep, it could be.
It is.
Jeez, okay.
Is that a don't argue or something?
What was funny was the Eastern crowd got up and about thinking they're giving away the free,
Yeah.
but it was to them, so.
Riley Smith kicks to half forward. Neither player keeps their feet. The ball's loose. Now the Rangers. Oh, just stuck the mid in again, Rick. That basketball just to deflect the ball. And a
Out the full.
front smothering tackle just as he tries to kick it.
So in front of the Legends stand, ball in, or
Free kick it was.
free kick
Yeah, it
in
was
the
out
end.
on the full, yeah. He was.
And Hawkins gets it wide. Executes nicely. And this kick has to be good. Didn't quite hit the target. They've still got the footy, this time through Berry. Up they go, bring it to ground.
Oh,
That ball was a bit heavy for a player that was a metre away. So was that one, but Gippsland still go forward. And here's an opportunity. Oh, he had to dive and lost his footing. And play-on's the call in the middle of the ground here through Norris. He gets it down forward to a one-on-one. Jaworski over the top. Just couldn't get it through.
I don't think he was in any rush to keep that in.
So we're going to throw in. Not far away from the behind post. And from there, this ball will come into centre half forward area.
Oh.
Taken out of the ruck.
2 on 1.
With 2 on 1. Just allows Gippsland in for the moment. And does well to clear to Pepper. Pepper at half back. Needs to use this well. Ball wasn't too bad, but Marak was missed. Now they come forward here through Zalak. Zalak for Easton, gets it towards centre half forward. Players get back for Gippsland. This time it's with Flanders. Flanders goes wide to Sparks. See what he can bring to the table. Brings it forward, a bit of a
Miscommunication.
one-handed attempt. And it's mopped up by Gall. Gall. This is dangerous. Oh, big ride there, but just couldn't pull it in. Here's Easton, all on his own. Kicks long towards goal and marking the goal square.
Fortune favours the brave there, and I think that was a bit of luck off the shoe straight to him.
They still had the numbers there and forced the contest there, the Rangers. And they'll have a shot, and that's Hickleton. He's put it through, Ben Hickleton. So the lead is out to a nice little lead now. They'll
21.
Update that scoreboard. Yeah, 21 points the difference.
8 goals for 52 to 4 goals 7 31. 21 points the difference.
Geez, Gippsland again, they controlled most of that
Yep.
opening part, but they just couldn't put it on the board. And then Easton run it down and kick a goal from one of their probably first handful of entries, and that's got to sting a bit.
We're 6.5 minutes into this last term. Oakley already there. Easton have just opened the door, but Gippsland are still coming. Sarong on the left boot. Kicks up. Oh, what a mark. Gee, that was good. And if he plonks the kick, that's a free kick.
That's a free. Front on, yeah. That was Berry, I think, with that mark.
Can't be doing that. It was Sam Berry that took the mark.
Yeah, I think it looked like his locks from here. But,
and having a shot for goal will be Big Charlie Comben. Not much riding on this kick, Rick, for the season.
Time for Comben to step it up, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't want to moz him because he's usually not too bad, but I don't want
to put the mogger
I don't want to put the mogger on him, no. But he's
Comben, 45-degree angle. He's going to kick from 35 metres out. We're right behind him. He kicks, and he's kicked that far left. Out of bounds on the full.
Pressure's a funny thing in footy. Does strange things to people.
Very, very strange. As Easton will take the resultant free kick. Back pocket. They've got a handy lead. Time now becoming the enemy of the Gippsland power. As they kick out wide. Rangers, good sweeping handball. Can it be intercepted? Yes, it can. Just puts it into a neutral spot, and they will come in and ball this up. Centre wing, right in front of the coaches' boxes. City side of the ground. Preliminary finals played in perfect weather. As the ball is kicked forward and mark taken on half back. They switch play.
Dangerous.
Yeah.
They need a good bounce. They didn't get it. Rangers arch the back, break the tackle. They kick round the corner. Hickleton. Now it's loose inside 50. Sonzi around the corner. Bang.
He's just put him in the final. Look at that.
Tyler Sonzi did that with... well, he just did that as if he knew what he was doing.
Yeah. He's very Pendlebury-like, that kid.
Yep.
Very smooth
That was
operator.
excellent. He just took his time, didn't panic, just kicked it, had the bounce in the square, 1.5 metres out. Going to be hard for the Power Boys now, Rick.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, and they stepped it up now, the Eastern Rangers, and they just got out in the loose there, and just had that time up their sleeve to have a shot on goal.
Oh, now Smith's gone to full
Probably
forward.
the right man to have a shot. So Smith goes to full forward. You were crying out for something similar, Pete. Who's at full back? We'll get you to have a look at that. Reed taps it down, and we'll see. This is Barry, gets it, takes the bounce, loses it, goes back and gets it. Did well to get it again, but Eastern Rangers all over him at the moment. Here they come again. Just hacked forward by Keeling. He's got his man who takes it out in front, Jaworski. He wants to have a bit of the action here. He says, go back, boys. I'm having a shot at this.
It's party time.
He backed himself here.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say if he kicks this, it'll be done and dusted.
Probably an area a player like him would practice a lot from this sort of area where he'd be lurking.
He doesn't get too many set shots. Like, he does actually, most of his are running goals, so it'll be interesting to see.
He comes in and tries the hook kick. Up they go in the goal square and thump through.
Yeah.
Probably gained 30 seconds towards the clock there as well.
Yeah, Joel Nathan's the person back on Smith in the defensive 50, and James Ross, of course. He's had a ripping game, Ross across half-back.
Gippsland, oh, lovely tackle, dispossessed.
Yeah.
Now Easton with the free kick. Kick and a half out from goal. This is Jonty Duffy. Just puts it up, looking for a big grab. Gippsland. They look to clear. This has got danger written all over it. Telling mark by Lachlan Gall. He sends it deep. There's plenty of Gippsland power defenders there.
What's the sun too? You could see them all put their arms up.
Riley Baldy needs to put the sprinter on. Gets it over the top. Easton are able to sort of... Oh, good work. That is clever football. They needed to keep it going. Sarong works his man underneath it. Now he hops on the right boot. Tries to get it over the back. He's got it over the back.
Now that's deliberate. That's not in the square, I would have thought.
Under pressure.
He was under pressure.
Yeah,
There's
I
a
thought that's
player
only
there.
if it's in the square, though.
I think that's the right call. He had a player up his ginger. Up they go now. Oh, well done. Good take by Norris. He's played a serviceable game. Very good. Kicks it low to a lead to Jaworski. Jaworski goes in. Nice delivery. Stapleton off to Mellis. Mellis with a long ball. Just all Gippsland in that one.
Oh, no.
And just a bit overcooks it. Black picks it up, gives it. There's that man again, Sonzi, and that was nowhere near it.
Just dragged as he kicked it in the end.
So we'll have a ball in, sorry. Legends stand end of the ground. See who's lurking here for Easton. Jaworski running around the back of it. Got little fella in Papley. He'd be dangerous in this situation. But Gippsland to clear. They go wide. And far too wide out in front of the NAB signs, who are making this league possible at the moment.
It just reminds me, Rick, thank you for reminding me. We should just mention our naming rights and principal partner, the NAB Bank, NAB, Open Universities Australia, our education partner, Telstra, our digital partner, Puma, our apparel partner, Rookie Me, who are the testing partner, and the bar counter, who look after the nutrition. And thanks to those organisations and institutions that help bring this game alive, this league alive, and our coverage of it. At centre half back, breaks through four of them. Oh, they're on here. Zalak. They get it across, deep kick up forward. He's over the back, two hands on it. Jaworski spins, gets collared. They get it out round the corner. And it's a behind. Gave it a bit of height. Eastern Rangers just... I know the other Gippsland will just be... not their tails down, but they're just going forward very fluently, Eastern.
Yep.
It's hard work. Here we go. They go forward, Gippsland, through Papley.
Oh, boy.
That's landed on the roof too. Wow.
Oh, come on. Mate, jeez. This is bubbling over. Yeah, smart move by Mellis there, just to come in and say, mate, we've got a grand final next week. Don't get stuck into it, to his captain. Be smart. Yep, that pretty much sums it up.
So what's happening? Is it
They've paid 50 metres.
Cheers. And here's an interesting one that might be more for Siobhan. I haven't seen Brock Smith for quite a while. I wonder if there's something wrong with him. He's on the bench at the moment, and like he's only had the 4 touches. So I just wonder if he picked up something early in the game, because that's possibly why Smith was playing in defence.
all right, Gippsland. Oh, paid. Bit of a slips catch. This is Zach Reed. And ball just in dispute. Mellis flung over the line.
Rossi, you need to put it up. Yeah, when you can.
Plenty of chitter chat.
Yeah, need the breather, I think, is don't go and whack someone, please.
There's certainly some tired players out here. As I've mentioned before, the sun has been pelting down today, so plenty of players taking breathers on the bench and high interchange throughout both games.
All right, tap down. Baldy,
Yeah.
but it's all Eastern Rangers.
Have a look at this.
They're off to the races here. Joshua Clark has got it. Handballs over the top. Now we've got Downey. Takes a bounce. Launches on the left boot. He's looking for Jaworski. Didn't have front position,
Yeah.
but Sonzi quick by hand. Over the top and just from behind.
Gee whiz.
It's almost like you're waiting. Like it's no doubt done, but you're waiting for that final sort of nail to go in, because they've been pressing straight down the middle.
28 points in front,
Oh,
Eastern.
this is the kicking, particularly late in this game by Gippsland, has been pretty deplorable. They can't hit a target.
And on a day like that,
Yeah.
today, 4 goals is just...
And I think they're
Not
getting
enough.
frustrated. Yeah, they're getting frustrated. Yeah.
downfield.
Yeah.
We'll have a shot
They
on
get-
goal, 30 metres out.
Eastern players have to be smart here, though,
Yeah.
because they can't engage. Mitch Mellis doing the right thing. It's great to see him. He's just saying, leave it, boys. We've got a grand final next week. Really smart play, because all Eastern can do is just play footy in. It would be frustrating for Gippsland. Obviously, they've come so far and they fall a week short. But, yeah, it's just sort of unravelling a bit here, and you often see that in this kind of game.
Rossiter's the man with the footy, 30 metres out, directly in front. And he comes in on the left, chips at it, but puts it straight through the middle.
And that's it.
And that is all. Too good today, Eastern, and they've earned the right to be in the
Yeah.
grand final. They've been terrific all year.
Finished
and
on top.
Finished on top.
I reckon they could win next week.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Although I don't want to say that, because every week I've tipped the opposition and they've won. So I almost want to say Oakley just so they can get up, because I feel like I'll moz them. I'm very good at mozzing
Well,
teams.
you were wrong with
I
Gippsland.
know, I
Pete,
mozzed
so
them today.
No second goes for you.
Yeah, I mozzed them.
We're ruthless up here.
Yeah, I definitely mozzed them. Yeah,
All
I'm
right, back in the middle.
sure they had that playing on their mind.
Yeah, would have been up on the whiteboard
Yeah.
before the game. In the shadows of the final siren, as Baldy gets the handball out to Sarong. His handball just smothered. Downey getting better and better. They kick deep inside the 50 again. Gippsland got numbers. They just
gee.
kick across goal to no one in particular. And
Now this will be interesting how they adjudicate this one.
throw in.
No,
I
Good on
just
you.
thought it was a bad kick.
Yeah, I thought it was a shank too, but I've seen worse ones than that get paid before.
Ball to be thrown in. Forward pocket, Lygon Street end. Eastern in attack. They go tap down, wrapped up in a Greco-Roman tackle, and that'll be tossed up. 30 metres out from the Rangers' goal. Up they go, tap down. Again, just scrubby play The umpire will come in and ball this up. We are 20 minutes into this last quarter. 67 plays 32. Sonzi on the left boot, come round. Not enough.
Yeah. What I love is you can kick either foot, so it doesn't really matter.
Peppering the goals.
So he's first year?
Yeah, 16. He's under 16.
Still under 16?
Yeah, he won the Metro Best and Fairest at the under 16 championships.
Gee whiz.
So he's 2021 draft. So remember Adam Chero when he came through for Eastern as a 16-year-old. So it's that kind of...
That's a better kick there to Fraser Phillips. That one wasn't, because it sat it up on his teammate's head, and it was a beautiful mark to Will Parker. They're all crying out for a late possession, and it ends up with Norris.
Get the stats up right in the
Yeah,
end.
just at the end, get it up over the 20. So they're just practicing icing the ball now. And Stapleton takes the mark underneath the commentary box. Here we go. They're going back. And they'll just chip it around.
Just a bit of circle work.
Well, good to do it in a match simulation, proper match. If you're going to need to do it next week, you never know.
Well, they've had a bruising day today, so I think they need to play a bit of bruise-free footy for the last 5-10 minutes.
They get it down towards centre-half forward area. Flanders just piles his way through that one. Powell Pepper gives off the handball. They do well there. Just go back inboard, but lost possession there. Berry's tried really hard in this final quarter.
There's
Ball up.
some good talented bottom ages here for Gippsland. Berry's one of them. Zach Reed's another, and Ryan Angwin as well. They're the three leading ones for next year for Gippy.
Tap down to Keeling, who copped a high one.
No, not... Well, now they've called it. It's a bit...
He's called that from row 3 of the Robert Heatley stand there.
No, that was certainly high, and hopefully the player who's down is okay, but things starting to boil over again between Smith and...
Looked a bit of an accident all of a
that was
sudden.
Riley
Smith,
yeah.
Don't know if it was
No,
really...
that was just...
It was an accident. Like, he went in and
Tried to
corrected
tackle him.
himself, but yeah, I think Smith needs to have a bit of a breather because he's starting to get angry, and when you're a bigger body, unfortunately, others come off second
Now
best.
Keeling walking off the ground now.
Not much of him.
No, and there's a lot of Smith.
68 kilo.
Yeah.
Looks fine to me.
What is he, 100? That was 100 kilos hitting 66, so... Oof.
Mitch Mellis kicks the ball to half forward. The big men fly, and nice mark taken there by Sam Berry. Berry gets on the bike. He wants to switch play. Nice kick. Well measured.
What uniforms will they go with next week?
Eastern have the preference, so Eastern should have this jumper.
And Oakley will wear the white jumper.
Yeah.
with the-
Because Eastern finished top, so they should get the home jumper.
Very cool.
as Gippsland work their way forward. Deep kick inside 50, all Eastern. The Rangers just playing out time. We are 24 minutes into this last quarter, a minute to go. Ball on the half-forward flank in front of the Richard Pratt stand. Umpire comes in. 6-goal lead. It's a good effort by the Rangers. As Gippsland slice it forward. Oh, one
Well
hander.
done.
Good mark.
Very.
Sarong.
Really.
Sarong.
There's
Yeah.
a sarong, is it?
Yeah, going for a late consolation prize.
Kicked one earlier.
Caleb Sarong comes in just about the final act of play. Kicks straight through
Well
the
done.
centre.
There you go.
Here's a goal for Gippsland.
Hard to celebrate that kind of thing. They all get around him,
There's
though.
bigger things to happen for Caleb coming up.
Yeah. He could well be the next one in line after the two boys we mentioned earlier in Rowell and Anderson. So it'll be interesting to see how the draft goes. But he's going to be in the up the pointy end.
He'll be in the top 10.
Can we get a cricketer and a footballer back happening, Crooksy?
Love it.
Wouldn't it be good? It can't happen, but he's a very good cricketer, Carlos.
Yeah.
But congratulations there to the Eastern
Wowee.
Rangers Football Club on winning the preliminary final and making their way to the grand final against Oakley Chargers next week here at Ikon Park.
10-8-68 to 5-8-38. That is a comprehensive victory in anyone's language.
Yeah.
The goal kickers for Gippsland first. Sarong had 2 and 1 each to Proud, Pepper and Phillips. And for the Eastern Rangers, 2 each to Jaworski and Rossiter, and 1 apiece to Sonsie, Hickleton, Clark. Sonsie, Hickleton, Norris, Garner, Downey and Clark.
And 12 months ago, what do you reckon the odds are of us saying that Eastern Rangers are through to the grand final?
Yeah.
It's a remarkable story. It really is.
It can turn around pretty quick, though, with your top age and bottom age.
Yeah, it can.
Moving on, you know, some teams get affected more than others each year. But one team that doesn't seem to get affected is the Oakley Chargers. They just
They're a factory.
keep doing it each year.
All the private school kids, there's plenty to pick from. The depth is madness.
All right, as we all
Come over here with me. There's a camera here.
I'll just.
Here we go, just Siobhan organising.
Just doing the right thing, just shaking the Gippy boys' hands, and he'll come over and have a chat with me as well.
Fantastic. The leading disposal getter on the ground was a tie between Lockie Stapleton and Sam Flanders, 28 apiece. Sparks had 26, Baldy had 24, Parker 23, Pepper 23, Berry 21, Sarong 21.
Gippsland had more disposals too.
Yeah, they were under pressure a lot of the
Yeah.
day, weren't they?
Yeah.
And that was just due to Eastern Rangers really putting a pressure game on them. They just didn't get that running game going.
Yep.
All right, Siobhan.
Been abandoned again. He's going back to the group.
I think Darren might be taking them in for a bit of a chat before I grab James.
It's not too bad. Gippsland Power in a tight little huddle there.
Second consecutive year they've fallen a week short.
This is something very unusual, but the coach of the Gippsland Power, Rhett McLennan, has just grabbed all the Eastern Rangers boys in a huddle to say congratulations and well done on the game today. So that's some of the best sportsmanship I've seen in a long time.
It is excellent too.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that before. That's really good.
That is good. And the Power boys are in a very tight huddle just to the left of that. Unusual.
Yeah.
Of course, a lot of the Power boys, it's a big day for Peter Francis. That's
And we need to thank Peter for his time over the years for us on the under-18 calling the radio. He's always given our commentary team plenty over the years, Peter, and wish him well in his retirement.
and looked after us every time we went down there. Fantastic. Now we're out on the ground, and we've got James Ross with you, Siobhan.
Extra sauce.
When down on the ground with James Ross, can you give us a quick insight on what Rhett had to say to you boys just then?
Yeah, Brett was just talking to us about our season. Last year, obviously, not the greatest season, second last on percentage, but we've come together this year as a whole team. Yeah, we're a whole team now, all 23 of us, even the boys that aren't playing, they put in so much work, and he's just saying, us as a team, we're the best team in NAB League that work together there.
Yeah, as captain, how proud of you are of this group? Because I mean, as you said, poor season last year, but you've really bonded as a unit and you're playing as a team, which is wonderful to watch.
Yeah, no, everyone put in so much work in pre-season, and it was definitely an up from last year. I think we went 80% of people doing 80% of pre-season, and that was just the key. We just want as many people on the track, and we did, and everyone put in the hard yards. We quit a lot of things. We eating diets. Everyone's really put in, so it's been really good. Yeah.
Well, you're into a grand final. How does that feel?
Oh no, it's amazing. I reckon it was only us at the start of the year that would have thought it, and we've had the belief, and now that it's surreal, we've just got one more to go, and no.
I wanted to talk to you about the pressure game that you guys bring. I think that's probably your brand, is just that relentless pressure on the opposition, and you brought that again today.
Yeah, we've been working on it since round one, just D1, D2, and every week it just lifts and lifts and lifts, and as a unit, that's our thing, that if we do that, we'll win most games, so yeah.
I wanted to have a chat with you about your game. How do you see your role? Because, I mean, you were just intercepting everything and reading the play really well today. Do you mainly focus on that one-on-one defence or as an interceptor in the team?
A bit of both. Us back six, it's no individuals. We're a back six, even 7 or 8, if we've got some people on the bench. So, whatever I can do to help the side. If it's defending one-on-one, I'll get the call from Boris about what he wants me to do, and if the ball's there and I can go get it, then I may as well just go get it, yeah.
And the belief in the team, do you have the belief that you can go all the way next week?
100%. We wouldn't be here if we didn't have the belief, and yeah, I can, even now, confidence, just keep going up, yeah.
Well, congratulations, James. Good luck for next week.
Thanks. Cheers.
All right, good.
Lockie Stapleton as well?
Lockie Stapleton.
All right, we've got one more interview to go. There's Lockie Stapleton.
Good old boys getting stuck into them.
Hey, Lockie, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Well done, congratulations. And down on the ground with Lockie Stapleton, first of all, you're into a grand final after what you could call a very heated contest. How does it feel?
Oh, it's great, we play as a team, and that's what we've done all year, so just our reward for effort over the pre-season, and to get there now, it's awesome. So I'm sure we'll do everything we can, and yeah, I'm looking forward to next week.
What was Darren's message to you guys pre-game? Because you came out with just a focus, obviously, on just relentlessly pressuring the opposition.
Yeah, just focus on our pressure and a hunt for the footy and get outside of them. So, and use the ball well, use our skills, and yeah, just bring that pressure. So I thought we did that today, and yeah, looking forward to next week.
You certainly capitalised on Gippsland's turnovers as well with that fast ball movement.
Yeah, well, we tried to pressure them, and we knew if we put the pressure on them, they'd turn it over. So yeah, we tried to get them going the other way, and we did that. So yeah.
And what's the preparation going to be like for next week? Obviously, the big dance.
Yeah, I think we'll get down to the club Monday and do some recovery and just stick to the routine Tuesday, Thursday, and yeah, prepare ourselves for a big game next week against Oakley. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Well, congratulations and good luck for next week.
Thank you.
Good work, Siobhan. That is the two prelims, Oakley and Eastern next week. Thanks, Peter Williams, for your insight today.
No worries. It's been a great day, and can't wait for next week. It's going to be a cracking contest.
It'll be a cracking contest. That's Rick Morris, Phil Crooks, Peter Williams and Siobhan Rowe bringing you NAB League preliminary final day, and thanks to Glenn for bringing us all the pictures today. We'll hopefully talk to you next week.